Kay's Corner down at the intersection of 581 and Old Smithfield Road in Rosewood, North Carolina, just a little west of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Down there at Kay's, you can find a year-round Christmas store. She's got a Christmas display open all year round down there. She also has some dolls and does some custom picture framing. Also in the same building, you'll find Scott's Collectibles. And at Scott's Collectibles, you have all kinds of racing paraphernalia, lots of souvenirs, caps. You can also find the Speedway Thunder race tapes and T-shirts down there, and the Speedway Thunder caps, all at Kay's Corner and Scott's Collectibles at the corner of 581 and Old Smithfield Road in Rosewood, North Carolina. Also, don't forget Dart Racing Parts. Dan Allen and Company down there in Lake Gresham in Raleigh, North Carolina, for all your racing automotive parts, onboard fire extinguishers and fire suits, racing gloves, everything that you need for your race car at Dart Racing Parts at Lake Gresham on Overlook Road in Raleigh. Big trouble down there in turn 3, or it started out to be big trouble. Jake Yelverton got really sideways as he was going to try and put a move on the 38 car of John Whaley. While we were away, the number 11 car of Scott Riggs did make his way around the 38 car to take the lead, and that puts the Whaley car in second place. Jake Yelverton is running in third place, and Tommy Elliott in the number 77 car currently running in fourth position.
Yeah, Scott's got a pretty good lead right now. Looks like he's going to make it 2 in a row. He won this last week, and it looked like he wasn't going to make it up through the pack this week, but he's starting to really stretch things out right now.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Scott Riggs strong again this week. He showed some muscle last week, and he looks strong again this week. The 99 car, that's Milton Blue, and it looks like we're going to... No, I thought we were going to take a look at it again. We're not going to take a look at it again. We're going right back to racing. But David Buchanan does hit the wall hard down there in turn 4.
Well, this at least makes it a little bit closer. Riggs is no longer 2.5 seconds out in front.
Caution flag does tighten the pack up, but it's still Scotty Riggs out front, followed by John Whaley. Then it's Tom Elliott and Jake Yelverton running in 4th place. Leon now has moved up into 5th, and it looks like, whoa, Leon.
Wow, here we go again.
Leon and Yelverton really got tangled up and hard into the wall down there coming out of turn 2. It looks like the number 20 car of Leon is badly damaged. We'll take a look at it again. Oh,
went
too
right
hard
sideways into the wall.
Both those boys hit the wall real hard. And we're happy to be able to tell you that everybody came out of it okay. Here's another look at it.
That's a speed shot.
It looked like the cars got tangled up coming out of turn 2 right there. Both of them got tangled up and turned hard right into the wall and smacked the wall hard. We've got another couple of cars down there in the infield.
Yeah, if you look back there in turns 1 and 2, Chris Perry and Glenn Epchurch, they were also part of that wreck.
I think they got tangled up in a separate incident, or they may have just been spinning the cars trying to avoid what was going on up front. A lot of times a chain reaction occurs like that. When somebody starts to spin, everybody else gets on the binders, and you have to spin your own car to keep from collecting somebody else.
Well, you know, these guys are really making it hard for old Scotty to win his 2nd in a row. I mean, every time he gets out in the lead, somebody's hitting the wall, and he's got to start from scratch again.
About the time Charlie Rizzo drops that green flag again, it's Scott Riggs off and running, and he's pulled away from the field again this time. Looks like he's dragging the number 38 car of John Whaley with him. Whaley about 6 car lengths, maybe 4 or 5 car lengths behind Riggs, and maybe even closing the gap up on him a little bit. But those two have definitely pulled away from the next trio of cars back there behind them.
I want to say thanks once again to our sponsors, all of them, that helped to make this race possible here. Speedway Thunder, join us every Monday night at 8 o'clock on WYED TV 17.
As the cars came out of turn 4 back there, Calhoun in the number 31 car made a move down underneath the 77 car of Tommy Elliott and took that position away. Now it's John Lee down inside of Elliott taking that position away. We got a yellow flag again.
Caution.
The number 5 car in the wall hard over there in turn 2 once again, or on the back straightaway.
That's Sam Scudder of Zebulon, North Carolina.
See if we can see this on the speed shot. See what happens. Oh, wow.
He lost a tire. There it goes all the way across the track. They just missed it.
Looks like he may have got some help going around. As he was coming out of the turn there, it looked like I couldn't make out the car number, but somebody got underneath him.
You got to hit the wall pretty hard to knock your tire off.
Yeah, the tire came out before he even hit the wall.
It sure did.
As soon as the car got sideways, the tire came out from underneath the car, made the car jump up, and then it was off into the wall for Mr. Scudder. We're about ready to get things started here again. It's Scott Riggs in the flying number 11 out front. John Whaley sitting right there behind him in second place. Then it's the 31 car of Calhoun, the 77 car of Elliott, and the number 3 car of John Lee as they get ready for the restart here on lap 32. They head down into turn 1. It's Riggs able to hold that lead. Nobody able to get underneath him. Whaley running in second place. It's Calhoun in third.
You know, Milton Cook in car number 12 has been moving up quite a bit.
Milton has been making a move up through the field. He got involved in something a little bit earlier and started dropping back. Milton started on the pole for this race, and we haven't seen much of him since that time.
Yeah, he's kind of out of the picture right now, but he's been slowly moving up.
Now he is starting to make a move up. Calhoun and Lee battling back there for third position. John Lee down on the inside, Calhoun on the outside. I understand we're getting a black flag being dropped. The black flag is being shown to John Lee. Definitely the black flag. Charlie Rizzo pointing right at the number 3 car, John Lee, with the black flag. So the number 3 car has been black flagged and now has 2 laps to get to the pits, or his car will be removed from the score sheet. Again, the black flag is being shown to the number 3 car. He either does not see it or chooses to ignore it, one or the other.
That's not something you want to see when you're out there, is it?
Definitely not something you want to see, and apparently the number 3 car, John Lee, may have jumped the start. I think he must have passed on the left or something like that prior to the start finish line.
That was a real good camera shot. They must have fell off the stand is what happened. Get kind of cold. Get cold up there and start leaning.
Scott Riggs and John Whaley way out in front of the rest of the field. As they head down the back straightaway and through turns 3 and 4, here comes the rest of the field down the back straightaway. It's Calhoun, Lee, and the 32 car, Walter Powell, in there.
And there was Milton Cook again. I think he looks like he's up to almost 4th place now.
Looks like that second pack of cars, I don't know if there's a slower car that's holding them down up front or if everybody else is just catching up. But that second pack of cars is really tightened up. Boy, look at Whaley. He's really loose coming down the front straightaway.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get around him and then changed his mind.
He looked to the inside, too, as he went into number 1. Scott Riggs able to make that car about 12 feet wide through the corners there, and he's not going to give him an easy line through that turn.
They're quite a bit ahead of the pack. They're both, looks like they've got, what, about a two-second lead over 3rd and 4th place.
Oh, at least. These cars are definitely the class of the field this evening. Now Whaley looks to the inside of Riggs as they head down the front straightaway, thinks better of it and tucks back in behind. Again, Whaley looking to the inside. They got slower traffic in front of him now. See if Whaley can use it as a pick. But no, both cars get around the lapped car and stay bumper to bumper as they head down the front straightaway and across the start-finish line once again.
Scott's doing a real good job of keeping him back there because he wants to pass him in the worst kind of way.
Question is, does Yelverton have the muscle to do it? Once he gets up alongside, we'll have to take a look. Yelverton looks awfully loose as he's going through those corners. The rear end of that car really wants to come out from underneath him, and he's got to be like a one-armed paper hanger in a hurricane inside that car trying to hold on to that thing. I imagine he's really cranking that wheel around.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to lose a little bit of ground. Now they're getting into some traffic lapping the field.
Whoa!
Wow,
now they got
real
into
loose.
some lap traffic, and Whaley has to go way to the inside of car number 17. That's Foster Price of Raleigh, and loses some ground in the process. Whaley tried to make a move there. He tried to take the far inside lane and put a move on Riggs and was not able to make it work, and in the process lost some ground. The white flag is out, and Riggs continues to lead the field around the back straightaway and down through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be 2 in a row for Scott Riggs as he comes across the start-finish line. Charlie Rizzo drops the checkered flag on him. It'll be John Whaley in second, and Milton Cook out of Wilson in third.
We'll be right back after these words.
Number 38 had the lead for the first 15 laps. Slower traffic came into play in turn 2. You played that traffic real well and took the lead away and pulled him around this track for the other 45 laps.
Yeah, it was a real, it was a tough race. You know, you had to look at having to start in 6th spot was real tough for me. We were able to come back, you know, really hold on. The lap traffic does play a part. I think the 38 car is a little bit loose, and that was really the biggest advantage. But I tell you, if you ever get that 38 car dialed in, he'll be a tough competitor all through the race to the last lap.
Well, he's got his work ahead of him, and you already done yours because the flying number 11 car is living up to its name. You're getting around this track.
Yes, I hope we keep on doing it the rest of the season.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks, John.